everybody, and welcome to the Real Astrology 1123. I hope all of you are doing very well. This is going to be a general astrology read, if you will, for the month of June 2022. So one thing I do want to make very clear to you kind folks who are watching is this monthly horoscope is per the 12 moon signs. Okay, so your moon sign is the zodiac sign where the moon was transiting at the time of your birth. So moon sign based predictions are far more reliable and accurate. If you don't know your moon sign and you would like to know, there are any number of websites that offer that service, or you can reach out to me. I would be more than happy to let you know what your moon sign is. My email address is therealastrology1123@gmail.com. It is in the description box below. I also have information of the different kinds of astrology consultations that I do, horoscopes as well. So please do reach out to me and I will let you know what the pricing is and how long it takes, etc. These astrology or horoscope consultations are not just a little bit of information printed out and emailed to you. I actually it takes about 2.5 hours. Of course, you'll get all that information, but it's a very interactive kind of a consultation. I do it via Zoom. You can ask me any number of questions, any clarifying questions you need, you don't understand. How does this work? How does that work? That sort of a thing. It's very, very interactive. So I just want to let you know that that's how I do those consultations. It's just, I know there are a lot of, I got some emails from folks saying, they went to this astrologer, that astrologer, and they basically printed out something and sent it to them via email. I don't do that. It's actually a one-on-one consultation, that sort of a thing. I do solar return charts, birth charts, family dynamics, career, vocation, if you need to relocate, as in cartography, for children, for adults, and that sort of for couples, etc. Anyhow, so having said all of that, let's get on with it. I am going to mark the time slots. So I'm going to start off with Aries. Okay, and Aries for the month of June. Okay, so your planet of influence, of course, is Mars, because Mars is your ruling planet, right? So June brings mixed results as far as your personal life and your professional life is concerned. Career will see some growth and desired achievement, but having said that, the desired achievement in the sense that I put on all this effort, when am I going to see the benefits of that? It's going to be a little delayed. So be a little patient. For those who are business owners, this is a fairly good month. You're going to see some financial gains. You could also see some profitability from real estate if you're selling, buying, that sort of a thing. And singles, I think, will be fine this month. You're going to have opportunities to date and that sort of a stuff, but I don't know if you're really going to be satisfied and pursue any particular interest over there. You know what I mean? So but the one thing I would say for Aries is kind of tone down your aggressiveness. You got to Aries can be very forthright, and that can be construed as being aggressive, so you kind of need to tone it down. So career, planets of influence are Venus, Saturn, and Ketu. Ketu, as we know, is the south node. Ooh, I dropped that piece of paper, and I am not going to worry about it at this moment. Oh shoot, sorry about that. Okay, let's get on. I won't worry about it. So there could be some delayed success, but on the other hand, you could have some positive aspects too. So Saturn is a lot of career, and he is in the house of gains and income. Venus, a lot of business, is positioned in the house of wealth. That may give you a little bit of a push in terms of creativity and growth, and also give you some innovative ideas, if you will, to be able to improve or grow your or propel or put you in a situation which could facilitate those innovative ideas, etc., to create more wealth for you. people who are working, you could get some good results. I mean, you could be successful at work, but you have to have a lot of determination and sincerity. There could be moments where you feel like, you know what, disheartened, but don't be disheartened. Just continue to put your nose to the grinding stone and keep working. You know, you could be disheartened just because of the way certain people around you are working, or maybe your bosses are not kind of giving you the accolades and the kudos that you want when you want it. But keep in mind, all the hard work that you put in is going to pay up. It's going to be a little bit slower coming, but just focus, okay? Don't be disheartened. Jupiter is also sitting in the house that signifies foreign land, or foreign, anything foreign, like country, people, etc. So you could have some nice opportunities come in from overseas or from foreign connections or land. And there's also a possibility you might meet people who are not of your own ethnicity or from another country, that sort of a thing. You will get some improvements as far as your job is concerned, but you have to be a little bit patient, okay? Business people also, I'm going to say, there is a possibility you might see some benefits come in through foreign transactions or connections. Now let's talk about love, marriage, and relationship. We have Saturn, Sun, Venus, and Ketu here. You're going to have some blended results as far as love and marriage is concerned. Sun, the Lord of Love, and Saturn aspect your house of love the entire month. For couples, I'm going to say, try not to let your egos get into your dynamics or interactions or daily whatever. Keep your egos under check, okay, for the couples. Singles may find, you may think you may find your soulmate. You may think that you have found your soulmate. For some of you, yeah, they are your soulmate. He or she is, and you will go ahead to kind of make it more official. But for some of you, I feel like after a certain point, you're going to get cold feet. Okay, married people could see a little bit of hurdles and challenges, but that's just because your egos are getting in the way. You're letting all that nonsense, kind of all that white noise affect you. So keep that white noise under check. Keep your egos and your tempers under control, and you'll be fine. For some of you, I do believe, Aries, you may actually propose. So you may actually propose or be proposed to. So just be a little bit more understanding of your spouse or your mate. I think that's the key thing here. Money and finance, Sun, Venus, and Saturn, there is growth and there is accumulation. There is going to be a little bit of a waiting period, but that's fine. Venus is the Lord of Wealth, and after the 18th of this month, you are Venus is going to go to the house of wealth, if you will. So Mercury is also going to be moving. Sun is also going to be oh wow, after the 15th to the 15th to 18th of this month, I think you're going to have a better environment around you that is going to kind of be more conducive to being able to have substantial growth as far as your business, as in profitability, your money, your income, whatever. Whether you're a business person or self-employed, let's say you are self-employed and you've invested some money. So this, after, let's just for the sake of whatever, say 18th of the month, you're going to see some really good stuff, profitability and investments and that sort of a thing panning out for you. Health, Mars, Mercury, and Venus. Health could be a little bit of an up and down. This month is going to be kind of a little bit of a mixed bag. Be careful, because there is a possibility you could have some kind of a situation where maybe you all are going to be diagnosed with a particular sickness, illness, disease, etc. So that could cause you a little bit of chronic disease. That could cause you a lot of stress, and you could kind of, it affects your mindset, right? So be careful, and also try to avoid any quick rash kind of activities, because you could have some chances of injury. So be careful as far as that is concerned. So for those of you who are pursuing education, you are going to be getting some good guidance and support from a mentor. There is a possibility that you may have some support and guidance and mentorship from your own father or father figure. So that's great. If any of you all are wanting to pursue higher education, get certified, go back to school or college for your master's, your degree, whatever, it's good. You are going to have some mentorship. You're going to have some guidance from somebody. So that's great. family, we have Venus and Sun. So there is going to be peace and harmony, yes. But like I said, as long as you maintain a kind of a little bit of humility and try not to be pushy and aggressive, you could be don't be the authoritative person that you are, what I mean? So kind of tone it down a little bit, then you should be fine. If you kind of get a little aggressive, then people are going to be like, well, what? So that's for you, my beautiful Aries, right? So now after Aries, let's go back there, and then Taurus. So let me mark down the time chart for my beautiful Taurus. Venus is your planet of influence, and of course Venus is your ruling planet. Again, for you, June would be a month of mixed results. Career, there'll be growth and gains, which is going to help kind of push you up as far as your social status is also concerned. Business owners are going to see some new opportunities for revenues, business contacts, customers, etc. And you could have a lot of if those of you business owners are doing business with other countries, other entities overseas, there's going to be some good stuff coming from there. Finances will be on nice, but then finances are going to be good, but then keep a check on your expenses, okay? Now let's look at career. Career, you have Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter. There is going to be opportunity for a promotion. People are going to appreciate your work. You are going to get, you're going to see the results of all the hard work you put in. For those of you who don't have a job and you're looking for a job, you are going to find a new job. For those of you already employed, you are going to see a lot of appreciation coming from your superiors, your bosses, whoever. And business owners, it's going to be pretty good. The first half of the month is really going to be good. Look, if any of your business owners are doing some sort of a business with a company in another country or whatever, you're going to see some benefits there. Or if you have always been wanting to, then this is a great opportunity for you to explore that. Now, on the other hand, those of you who are employed, but you could be an employee at a company, but then you interact with a lot of people overseas, something good's going to come off that too. So then let's talk about love, marriage, and relationship. We have Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a mixed bag this month for you. For you, you're going to have a better understanding of what love is, relationship is, that sort of a thing. You're going to be able to, actually, you'll be surprised at how much better you feel like you're able to express yourself now. Your relationship with your partner or whoever your love interest is going to be good. Mars is the house of is a lot of marriage, so a lot of y'all are going to see a lot of benefits from your spouse. Some benefits are going to come through your spouse. The second half of the month, I'm going to say watch out for your spouse's health. Okay? Money and finance, we have Mercury and Jupiter, gains and growth. Finances, they're going to be good, but then there'll be a few blips here that's going to kind of look like it's challenging for you, right? You may have some nice profits come through, benefits come through in terms of any property dealings, anything to do with land, okay? Try to watch your unwanted, uncalled for expenses. You will see money come in, but if you don't manage your expenses, it's all going to go out. Okay, you will also be able to find new sources of income, which is also going to add to the income stream, right? So if any of y'all had made some investments earlier and y'all were not seeing money come in from that, that's kind of going to get unstuck and the money is going to start coming in. So that's good. Health, we have Mars, Venus, and Ketu. For y'all, I'm going to say this month, y'all are going to have a lot of stress in terms of your diet, your routine, your sleep patterns are all going to be up in a hot mess. So try to normalize things. It is going to take a little bit of effort from you to actually streamline all of that. If you don't, it's going to kind of build, and then ultimately it's going to affect you where you'll probably be like out for the count for a couple of weeks. So the moment you feel this building right now, this is when you got to dial it back. Try and get some rest. Try and, you know, I don't know, whatever, massage, meditate, whatever you do, try to get rest. You will have to focus on rest, as in sleep. If you don't, you're going to start feeling very fatigued and very stressed, physically stressed, mentally and emotionally stressed. Don't let it get to that point. Students, and for those of you who are wanting to pursue your education, we have Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter and Mars. This is a great opportunity for you to be able to pursue higher education. If you're also wanting to add to an existing, like let's say you wanted to major in English and just that, now you've decided you want to major in something else too. So if you want to add to it, that's great. If you're in one of those fields where you are going to have to do a lot of research and for your theses or your whatever papers, great month. So that's good. Now for family environment, we have Mercury and the Sun, so it's going to be fine in the family. So after the 15th, I feel that, you know, your family environment is going to be better, but you need to watch your health, because I feel like for you Taurus, you're going to disregard your health this month, and please don't do that. Watch your health, because if you don't watch your health, the family is also going to suffer, because it's like, you know, everybody looks to you for guidance and etc., and then if you're not doing very well, then it's going to affect everybody. If you all have any kind of a disputes, familial interactions and disputes, you know how every family has a drama, then this is a great time for all that to be resolved, okay? So that is for you, my beautiful Taurians. So now we are going to see for Gemini, correct? Gemini is for you for the month of June 2022. Mercury is the planet of influence. Of course, Mercury is your ruling planet. The month of June for Gemini would have a few ups and downs. Married life may seem to have some issues. Your career, however, will remain on track. Gemini, one more time, watch your temper, okay? Those of you who are business owners, you're going to see profit. This is just general, okay? Watch your spending. Your health is going to be fine for the most part. Now let's break it down. Career, Jupiter, Mars and Mercury, okay? So we have the energetic and dedicated to work. That's the main thing for you, okay? You have to be focused on your work. Career-wise, it's going to be good. Jupiter, the Lord of Career, will transit and Mars, okay. So till the 27th of the month, you have a lot of energy, a lot of opportunity for you to really achieve those goals and really prove that you are capable of a lot more, right? If you are an employee and they have not been sure about, is this individual really capable of delivering, and, you know, hemmed and hawed and whatever, because, you know, we don't know, that sort of a thing. This is your time to shine. This is your time to show them what you truly are capable of, okay? Don't waste this time. You're going to have to be very, very smart, very careful, very honest and very sincere. If you make a blunder, if you make a mistake, if you do a boo-boo, own up to it, because if you don't, that's going to negate all the hard work you put in. I'm going to tell you, be very patient with yourself and be very patient with those around you. Communication could, if you don't manage your communication and your aggressiveness, it could create a lot of problems for you. So watch your communication, be careful, don't let your temper fly, don't get snippety, don't be the typical Gemini who's always like very short and very snippy. Don't do that, okay? Those of you who are business owners, you're going to see some growth and improvement in your businesses. You may also start something new in terms of maybe expand your own business or start something else on the side. But all these efforts that you're putting in as far as business is concerned, this is the time to put in the effort. The results will come, but it's not, like I said, this is the time to sow the seeds, right? Once you're done with all the sowing, etc., then the time to reap it will happen. So love, marriage and partnership, Venus, Jupiter and Mars are in action. So you're going to have some challenges in your love life, whether you're married, you're single, you're dating, you're living together, whatever. And there will be a few moments of great romance and great love and that sort of stuff. So it's weird, because it's like, I love you, and then the very next minute, oh my God, I can't stand you. That sort of a fluctuation. So, try to find a happy balance, right? Every relationship goes through its ups and downs, and sometimes it's just because of a lack of communication or miscommunication. You know how to manage it, you know how to deal with it, so take care of it. Money and finance, we have Moon, Mars, Ketu, which is your South Node, and Jupiter. You have to this month learn to control your expenses, Gemini. I'm telling you, please try to control your expenses, because if you don't, you're going to be in a little bit of a situation. If you're planning on making any long-term investments, be very careful. I'd say hold off a little bit, because if you don't, you just rush into it, you're going to regret it. You really will. So let's talk about health. We have Saturn, Mars, and Mercury. Your health, for the most part, is going to be fairly stable. You really don't have a lot to worry about, unless, of course, you're one of those people who has a habit of, who has blood pressure issues. Then you could have to deal with it. And also some of you may be going in for your routine checkups, and that's going to cause some expenses, because, as you know, in America, copay, right? They take you for everything you're worth via that copay. Now, for those of you who are pursuing your education, be you students or be you somebody who's already accomplished, has a job and going back for further studies, Venus and Saturn, you for some reason are going to struggle to be able to focus on your education this month. So you'll have to put in a little bit more effort, okay? You're going to struggle with focus. For family, you have Moon, Jupiter, and Mercury. Family, for the most part, the family environment. I'm not talking about like you and your intimate partner, your family environment. There's going to be a lot of harmony within the family. There's going to be growth in the family. Some of you may find out that there's a new member in the family. Either somebody has said, hey, FYI, I just got married, or hey, we just got engaged, or somebody may announce that they have a baby, or they're going to have a baby, or they just had a baby. So you're going to feel that there's almost like a rebonding, if you will, in terms of your family members this month, which is great, right? Sometimes relationships, right, we kind of fray, we kind of part ways, we don't feel that connected. But this month you're going to be able to feel like, oh my God, it's like, we are reconnecting with each other, that sort of a thing. So that is great, right, for our beautiful Geminis. So next, let's go to who are we doing after Gemini? Let us go to Cancer, right? Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, for you, the month of June. Planet of influence is Moon. Moon is your ruling planet. There's a lot of dreaminess and sensitivity going on this month. Cancerians, like, seriously, they get all butthurt about everything, right? So that's going to be a bit heightened. Your career is going to be fairly satisfactory. You're going to see some satisfactory gains over there. You may have an opportunity to kind of start some new ventures, and you'll see some improvements and progress and success there. Then finances are going to be fine and stable. There could be new sources of income, monetary new sources of income, and you could also start something that will facilitate a new source of income. Okay, so let's break it down. Career, we have Rahu, which is your North Node, Mars, and Jupiter. Success and expansion, that is fantastic. It's pretty looking good this month. Mars, a lot of career will be in the house of fortune with Jupiter after the 27th of June, which is great, and they will together move to the house of career. Rahu is positioned in a good place fairly now, or in a fairly good place now. It could, this particular configuration is going to be very, very good for you. A lot of blessings. All the hard work you've put in is going to come to fruition. Rahu also could put a few little hurdles in your way, but with the energy of Mars and Jupiter, you'll be able to overcome those obstacles very easily. So don't be frustrated, because you have Mars and Jupiter. Oh my God, I mean, they'll just, it's these hurdles will be nothing, but you will get a little pissed at it. Don't be, but just know that the energy of Mars and Jupiter will really make it very easy for you to overcome all those obstacles, and you'll be like, what, that sort of a thing. If you are in a profession that has something to do with the general public, you're going to do very well. Again, watch I don't know why everybody thus far, it's all about watch the aggression, okay? So be careful how you speak, how you say it, your presentation, okay? For some of you people who are career people who are working, you may change your jobs. Those who are and without a problem. And again, Mars and Jupiter, so you're going to be fine. So if, let's say, you're looking for a job change and then you were waiting for the interview to come, the second or third interview, or just get your final papers, and it's been like, for whatever reason, like stalled, and you may feel, oh my God, no, Mars and Jupiter is going to help you over there. You're going to land that job. Business owners, you need to be very careful if you are in a partnership, okay? Watch out for your documentation, paperwork, contractual stuff. Be very, very careful. You have to be very, very careful if you're going to be signing anything, putting your signature on any sort of a contract. There could be a issue in terms of your possibility of some drama with your partner. A, your partner could have some health issues, and B, your partner could pull a stunt on you. So be very, very careful, okay? Because Saturn, yeah, your partner could have some health issues, but whatever it is, if you're signing a contract, if you are putting a signature on anything contractual, be very careful. Love, marriage, and relationship. We have Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. This is a little bit of a challenging time. Some of you Cancerians could be going through a little bit of a testy period. Singles will have some good times, Mars, the Lord of Love, will transit with Jupiter. So you could have some great opportunities to meet, for singles, meet a possible soulmate, that sort of a thing. But Mars is also going to kind of cause a little bit of drama, because Mars is going to make you may feel like, oh my God, I finally met my soulmate. But this Mars is going to do a little mischief over there. He's going to cause you some distress by starting some arguments between you and your loved one. So be careful. When you know that Mars is trying to play a dirty game over there, or play hooky here, watch yourself, right? Other than that, if you don't let those little arguments or whatever, then you'll be fine if you don't let them get to you. Married couples will see some trying periods because your spouse could have some health issues. Same thing goes with your business partner. If you are in a partnership with somebody in business, your business partner could have some health issues. Same thing, partnerships, right? Business or professional or personal. Partners will have some health issues. You got to be very careful over there. But I'm going to say that you are going to be you're going to pay a lot more attention to your partner, your spouse, as in your intimate partner. You are going to be a lot more understanding and supportive, which is really good. They'll appreciate it. Money and finance, we have Sun and Venus. Oh, wow. So, there will be stability in your financial situation. You're going to have some increment in terms of your money. If you have a job or get a promotion, you'll see more money. For those of you who have some kind of a financial dealings with any government agencies or such, you will see actually some benefits come in from there. But if you're planning on investing a large chunk of money in anything, just do your due diligence. You will also have an opportunity to have a new source of income, and this is because you've started something. It is you've developed this, you've started this, so therefore it's going to bring in some new source of income, which is obviously going to add to your kitty, right? You're going to be very innovative, you're going to be smart, you're going to really utilize all of your business acumen and your smarts to be really, really progressive in terms of business, etc. And that obviously is going to provide or add to your finances, right? Financial status, health. For health, we have Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars. Be careful. This is a month that's asking you to be cautious and be a little bit careful. You know, if you have any small accidents, etc., if you're into adventurous activities or high intensity sports or aggressive sports, be careful. Some of you may have a little bit of an issue in terms of blood, right? So either you are going to have some sort of an infection or some sort of something like that. So be very careful. Health this month, just play it safe. Don't be foolish and run off and do something stupid, right? So don't be overly aggressive and overly adventurous. Just kind of be a little bit more quieter. But then again, health of a spouse is going to have some drama. So be careful for married Cancerians. Students, and for those who are wanting to pursue the education, we have Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. You have to pull yourself together and you have to be very, very focused. If you are able to get your senses together, you know, you may feel like squirrel. If you try to pull all that together and if you are able to focus and, you know, focus, you're going to be very successful. But if you let that scattered energy and you kind of let it out of control, you won't be able to focus. So if you are able to manage that energy and stay focused, you will see some really good progress. Family environment, we have Sun and Mars. Family environment, a little bit of complication. There could be a little bit of bitterness and ego, and you said, she said, that year, you remember that one time you said this, and no, I didn't say it, and yeah, but what did you mean? And that kind of a nonsense, okay? So this month, don't get into that kind of a family argument type of a situation with your family members, be it your parents, your siblings, your whoever, right? Or if you have adult children, that sort of a thing. So kind of tone it down, because there could be a little bit of that drama. A little bit of bitterness, and you're hanging on to that, and that could create a kind of a ripple effect. But some of you may be traveling overseas with your family, which is great. I love it, right? And next, after Cancer, we are going to go and look at our beautiful Leos, correct? All right, for my beautiful Leos. All right, Leos, for you for the month of June. Sun, okay, planet of influence. Well, of course, he's your ruling planet. You could be a little pushy this month. Your people may find you a little overwhelming. They could find you a little bit, pushy and overwhelming and aggressive and in their face, and people may feel like you don't know your boundaries, etc. So kind of tone it down a little bit, because the Sun, Leo, it's all about the ego and self. Career, we have Venus, Mars, and Saturn. So there's going to be a lot of planned career moves for you, right? June is going to be a pretty favorable month for you. Venus, a lot of the career house is also positioned in a good place with Saturn. This could make you very, very creative and make you a little bit more bolder in your approach to all things regarding your career or your business, and therefore it's going to be the results are going to be very much in your favor. There's going to be growth, prosperity, etc. But I will tell you, there is a lot of this growth, prosperity, success, etc. dependent upon how professional you come across. If you get overly aggressive and bullheaded and just like pushy and aggressive, not so much. But if you're able to kind of present a very professional self and be very calm and cool and collected, you can get a lot more accomplished. You really need to be able to keep a lid on your ego, okay, and make decisions from a place of calm. If you make decisions because it's your I'm going to show them type of, or come from a place of ego or aggression, not good. Your business, like I said, if you keep a level head about yourself, you are going to see a lot of prosperity, okay? A lot of profitability as well. Love, marriage and relationship, we have Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus. There's a lot of happiness and joy for you. Oh my God. You're going to be able to spend a lot of quality time with your loved ones. There will be a little bit of a challenging situation here and there, but as long as you're able to keep a even keel and kind of communicate clearly, and not be kind of a little hedgy in terms of not communicate. Your issues are going to be, if you have any issues this month with regards to your marriage and your relationships, whether you're single, in a committed relationship, monogamous relationship, or just dating, all that is going to be because you are not communicating properly. So if you are transparent with your communication and you are patient with whoever your love interest is, you feel that this month is going to be a lot more smoother, and you will be able to really have some quality time with your loved one. But it's all on you. So you decide. Money and finance, we have Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and Jupiter. So you will see profitability and money coming from different aspects, right? It's not just one source of income. If you have any inherited property, as in land, house, that sort of a thing, immovable property, you will see some good profits from there too. There is a great opportunity for you to be able to start seeing money come in, which can be accumulated and set aside for something else. And those of you who have any sort of a business interest overseas, you are going to see some money come in there, some prosperity come in there, long-term contracts, etc. But I will tell you, be very careful, whatever this is. Don't be like, oh, the dollar signs flashing in your eyes, and not pay attention to the minutiae. You will get into some kind of a legal situation. So don't get carried away with that. If you seriously need to make sure legally everything is like everything is up front, because if you don't, even if you're not responsible, they're going to pin it on you. One thing I will say is, do not lend money to anybody. And also, if somebody says, hey, get into the financial services where you're constantly going to be giving out loans to people, I don't think that's going to work out for you right now. Health, we have Jupiter and Saturn. So this month you are going to be able, if you've been suffering with any kind of health issues thus far, you are going to find that there is going to be a cure, like let's say IBS or something. You're going to be able to figure out things and say, oh, okay, now I figured out what I cannot eat, etc. And this one strand of hair is annoying me. And you will be able to figure that out and find some relief. Digestive system actually for you guys is quite this month, that's the focus. You're also going to, if any of you have been dealing with, let's say, high blood pressure or diabetes, or unable to control this or that, you will feel this month that you're a little bit more stable as far as those particular aspects of your health are concerned. Like if you get a blood test, they'll be like, oh, surprise, surprise, this and this is stable, that sort of stuff. Education for students and those pursuing education, right? Sun, Mars, and Jupiter, great time. Go ahead, make hay while the sun shines. You will be able to fulfill all your dreams. Seriously, this month, pursuing education, whether you're a full-time student or you're somebody who is working and trying to go back to school or college, or get a license or get a degree or get a certification, great month. Make hay while the sun shines, really. Family environment, we have Mars, Jupiter, and Mercury. So for the most part, this month is going to be good, happy times, but there'll be a few moments where, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing, like your family, they'll be like, all of a sudden everybody's kind of, they've all kind of tightened up. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, like, and then you're like, what happened just now? We were all happy and chatting away. Now why everybody's kind of like all like on heightened alert? So again, it's because of communication. And I'm going to say, Leo, this onus is on you. You figure out how you want to do it, because you are going to come across as being a little pushy, little aggressive, little egotistical. Me, I know better. Try to tone it down. Okay? So after Leos, who do we have? We have our beautiful Virgos, correct? All right, let's go back there and figure out Virgos. So, right. All right, for my beautiful Virgos, for y'all, the month of June 2022. Planet of influence is Mercury. Mercury, as we know, is your ruling planet. There is a possibility this month you're going to get a little bit of, you're going to over-process, overthink, over-analyze, and be a little emotionally passive this month. So you're going to see some mixed results this month. It's going to be a mixed bag for you. Career, I'm sorry, that's my Saint Bernard. He's sleeping over here, my sidekick. Career will be career will be better for you. Those of you who are business people, you will see some benefits over there. Now singles this is general, singles could have some challenges. However, married people will have a great time this month. Health is for the most part fine, no major issues. So let's break it down. Career. Oh, hello. Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. You're going to have a lot of additional responsibilities. If you're a business owner, you're going to have some good results. You're going to have some really good results. You're going to feel lucky. Your luck is going to be very much in your favor. You will, because of where Saturn is placed, he's placed in the house of competition and services, you will have a lot more responsibilities dumped on you. You may feel like you are overworked. Your workload is increased, which is going to affect your health. Jupiter is, the way Jupiter is positioned, he's going to help your business grow, and therefore, you'll see more money come in, you will see new opportunities, chances of starting new ventures. Everything is great, but you're going to feel like you're overworked. You're going to feel like a lot of workload has been dumped on you, that, oh my God, am I the only one who has to do all this? Oh my God, am I the only one who can do all of this? That sort of a thing. And yes, it's all going to get dumped on you, and that's going to affect your health. But listen, going into June, when you already know, and you know what, somewhere around May you kind of knew what was going to be in June, so you should have been prepared, better organized, make sure you get rest when you can, that sort of a stuff. So as long as you don't let it affect your health, you'll be fine. But please know that you are going to feel overloaded and overworked, but there's going to be a lot of progress and a lot of benefits. So going to see a lot of success too. So love, marriage, and relationship, right? So we have planets of influence are, where's my tissue? Hello. Are Saturn and Jupiter. Oh my God, I don't know what I did with it. Well, I have tissue here. There we go. Saturn and Jupiter are going to be planets that are going to influence your love, marriage, and relationship. So let's see, a few ups and downs. Because of where Saturn is placed, there's going to be some disputes which would lead to miscommunication and misunderstanding between you and your loved one. However, Jupiter is going to bless those who are married and help them in strengthening their relationship. But Saturn is the one who's going to cause some drama for singles. There's a difference. But it's going to be a temporary thing. If you're able to, for those of you who are singles who get into a little bit of a tussle or miscommunication or disputes with your love interest, if you're able to kind of overcome that and manage it, you'll be fine. It's not like, oh my God, this is it. But if you don't deal with it in an appropriate manner, and if you don't kind of calm down and say, okay, fine, I get it, right? If you don't say, if you're not the kind of a person who, as long as you don't say, oh, well, too bad, one and done, I'm done, then it's done. But if you take a moment and say, okay, you know what, the energies went right, and we kind of, both are equally responsible, or yada, 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 then you'll be fine. Remember, it takes two to make a relationship, it takes two to break a relationship, right? So that's that for singles. But for the married people, you're going to have some lovey, lovey, huggy, huggy, kissy, kissy times. That's what I like to call it. Okay, we're trying to be, we're trying to keep it classy. We don't want to get, naughty. You know what I mean. Anyhow, money and finance. So, you can get as naughty as you want. Don't get me wrong. When I'm talking about all this on the channel, I want to use words that are appropriate, right? That's what I mean. So money and finance, planet of influence of Venus and Mars, it's going to be good, okay? You will have unexpected money coming, but there's a chance of unexpected expenses as well. Any of you had made investments and forgotten about it, you will see returns from that. Venus, the way Venus is positioned, unexpected money is going to come in. But watch your expenses, okay? Unexpected money is going to come in. And it's going to move into the house of fortune, long legacy, finances, that type of thing, which is good. Health, we have Mars, Venus, and Saturn. There is a possibility of minor injuries. Be careful, don't be crazy and go into adventurous activities without taking the necessary precautions. We cannot live in a bubble, but we may have to be a little bit more cautious, right? And you know, if you're going on an adventure on some kind of a high intensity, high impact type of a thing, then take your necessary your kits and your helmets and your, you know what I mean. But for Virgo women, right, you could have some gynecology related situation, so make sure you seek attention or medical attention. Students and education, we have Saturn, Venus, and Mars. You are going to feel like, for whatever reason, you know, like you're going to feel like for some reason somebody is trying to divert your attention. Somebody is trying to get you to focus on something else rather than what you should be focusing on. As long as you're able to kind of refocus on what you are wanting to pursue and what you are wanting to accomplish, then you will be successful. But if you let those interruptions and diversions get to you, then it's going to be a bit challenging for you, and it's going to create some unnecessary problems and hurdles and setbacks and that sort of a thing. So if you're getting distracted because, oh, summer vacation, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and yada yada, oh, come on, man, school's out, let's go. Yeah, sure, you can do that, but keep in mind that that is going to set you back quite a bit, and you're going to be so annoyed. And coming back and picking up your pace and picking up where you left off could be a little challenging. So please try to stay focused. There is time to have fun, just not right now. Family, environment, Venus, Mars, and Rahu, which is your North Node. There's going to be a bit of a mixed trend this house for you as far as your family is concerned. You know, a little bit of arguments, a little bit of friction, a little bit of drama, a little bit of oh my God, nobody loves me, and you never send me a card for my birthday, and oh, yada yada, all that stuff. So I forgot, I'm sorry, how could you forget? You never forgot her birthday or his birthday, but you forgot mine. This is the second year in a row, that kind of a thing. So, you know, hey, if you did forget, just fess up and be done with it, right? That's what I say. Oh wow. Okay, so next we have Libra, correct? So let's go back monthly, and I'm going to do Libra. So for you, my beautiful Librans, for the month of June, planet of influence is Venus, your ruling planet. This month you will feel a need for balance in terms of your energies, your sentiments, your feelings, your emotions, that sort of a thing. But for the most part, it's a fairly good month. Those who are employees, it's going to be kind of an average month. And you will feel like you are putting in more effort to maintain your position at work. Business people, you will have an urge to achieve, and I feel like for you business owners, you're going to be self-employed. You're going to feel like pushing yourself further. You're really going to push yourself. but even then, finances are going to be pretty average, but doesn't matter. You're building up to it. It's not that you're not going to see success, just not now. Avoid taking a loan. Okay, let's break it down actually rather than do that. Career, we have Moon, Mars, and Venus. You will have some desired results and a little bit of challenge. So like I said, you are going to feel like you're pushing yourself even further. You want to, there's a lot of hard work and a lot of passion, but you will have a few challenges in terms of maintaining your position. That's for those who are employed. And for business owners, I feel like there's a lot of, like, you would be surprised at yourself because you feel like your creativity is kind of just bubbling over, and you feel like you want to really push forward and accomplish a whole bunch. You can. Please, this is the time for you to put in the work, right? You will reap the benefits of this. Just do what you need to this month, okay? But again, make sure that you know what you're getting into, right? Don't just go about doing things willy-nilly, So, and again, you're going to see the benefits of all this hard work, but this is not the time for you to worry about that. This is the time for you to push through and to really make hay while the sun shines. In other words, focus and keep going. Put your nose to the ground and just keep working. Love, marriage, and relationships, we have Saturn, Mars, and Rahu. Okay, there's a little bit of a mixed bag over here. You will have marriage is going to be great, but then there'll be a little bit of stress, and then there's going to be miscommunication. Then, oh my God, I love you more, that sort of a thing. But be careful. I feel like this month for some of you Librans, there could be this bizarre urge that out of nowhere, even though you could be in an absolutely wonderful intimate relationship and fidelity has never been a question, for some of you Librans, you are going to have this feeling, this motivation, this want or need or whatever to indulge in some extramarital third-party type of a situation. It's not going to be so much as a romantic entanglement, but just purely sexual. That can get you into a big doo-doo. So if you don't care, you don't care. You're an adult. Make your own decisions, right? You're responsible for your actions. You want to piss away a great relationship? It's on you. If you know how to control your urges, it's just like a weird thing. I don't know where... I don't know where it comes from, but I'm just going to say that otherwise you are in a very, very, monogamous relationship where you'll have never had this type of thing happen. But Libra, for some of you, like I say, keep it in your pants and keep your pants zipped, right? Whether you're male or female, irrelevant. At the end of the day, free will. Okay, moving on. Because I feel like the more I talk about it, I might end up saying something I shouldn't. And that'll probably upset some Librans. But anyhow, money and finance. We have Jupiter, Mars, and Venus. Great opportunity to accumulate wealth. But again, accumulating wealth for you is going to happen. But then again, this is the time for you to actually do the work. And that in turn is going to put you in a situation where you're going to be able to accumulate a lot of wealth. So we'll leave it at that. Health. We have Venus, Jupiter, and Mars. As far as your health is concerned for this month, is very average. Those of you who have any issues regarding diabetes, watch out. But other than that, it's fine. I don't see anything greatly scary over there. Education, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus. So I'm going to say for those of you who are full-time students or pursuing higher education or trying to get some sort of an education under your belt, you're going to see some moderate results this month. It's going to be irritating and frustrating for you, but don't worry about it. You just keep at it. You will get there. Sometimes there is a little bit of a blip in the energy. So the way Saturn is right now, it could be a little bit delays. you know, maybe you didn't do your paper on time, didn't submit it in time, or didn't get to class on time, or whatever. So you're going to be very annoyed and frustrated and irritated. So just calm down, just go with the flow. Try to do the best you can. Family environment, we have Jupiter and Venus. Again, as far as this is concerned, there could be some strained relationships which can get resolved. Like literally, you'll be on the phone and then you'll get into a big argument with a brother or sister or whoever in the family, and literally 5 minutes later, you'll be all fine with each other, you know. So that kind of a weird dynamic. So it's going to be assorted, the results. But for those of you Librans who stand to inherit some money or assets, that could cause a little bit of drama among siblings. Okay, let's say a family member has passed and the property or whatever assets has been divvied up among all the other siblings. So somebody may be annoyed at somebody else. Well, I was supposed to get that. I thought I was going to get it. How come you got it? That sort of a thing could cause you some drama there. You know how to deal with it. So who am I to tell you, right? One way or the other. I mean, you're in that situation. You know what to do and how to manage it. So moving on from Librans, now let's get to our beautiful Scorpio, right? Scorpios for you, right? We have for the month of June, Mars is a planet of influence. Mars is your ruling planet. There's a lot of passion for you this month. You may feel like you are able to endure, stamina, a lot of good stuff happening for you, but also a few testing kind of a situation, right? Actually, let me break it down rather than do the general first. Let's talk about career. Sun, Venus, and Mars. So I'm going to say June, you're going to see a lot of results, and you expected these results. The Sun is a lot of the career house, and he is in the house of business for you. You will see a lot of benefits and blessings come via government agencies and authorities, as for example, if you had filed for a licensing, business licensing, approvals, trademarks, what have you, you're going to see all that come through really easy. After the 15th, you may get involved in some sort of a exclusive project that's going to probably be very kept very confidential, because there's a lot of prestige and that sort of a thing involved in it. And that is going to be really good for you, because your performance, you're going to exceed the expectations of your seniors, which is great. Your effort, your work ethics, your performance, everything is going to point to one thing, and that is your growth in your career and your success and your climb up the career ladder, okay, which is great. Lot of blessings. Business owners will also be blessed with lots of opportunities, lots of deals coming your way, lots of profits from those deals, new contracts, etc., which is great for business owners. You are going to see your business grow the way you wanted it, the way you thought it would, the way you expected it, the way you hoped it to grow. Great. But please be careful in terms of partnerships and documentation. Do not sign any documents without reading them 10 times, 20 times, however many times. Make sure you really pay attention to it. And if anybody says, sign it, I don't have the time, I gotta go, don't. You know, sometimes people will do that when they try to put that pressure on you. I'll be like, why are you in such a hurry? It's okay. Oh, this is, you lose this opportunity. This opportunity is never going to come back. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Right? Maybe that opportunity wasn't meant for me. That's fine. And the moment you say that, no, they're going to be like, oh, I better be careful. And then they'll do a switcheroo and they'll say, all right, fine, take your time. But try and get it to me as soon as you can, okay? That sort of a thing. Don't let anybody push you into a situation like that, Scorpio. I'm just saying. Love, marriage, and relationship. The planets are Jupiter, Venus, and Mars. A few ups, a few downs. There could be moments of stress in your relationships, whether you're single, dating somebody, or married, or in a committed relationship. there is going to be some concern about your spouse. You're going to be very concerned. It's weird because you almost want to, you have a good relationship, good rapport with your spouse, you want to be with them, but then again you're like, I want my space. It's like, I don't know. So for some of you Scorpios, maybe you're revisiting and you're thinking whether this is the right person for you. That's why you want to be there and then you pull back because you're like, okay, fine, that sort of a thing. So some of you may be in a situation where you are actually really assessing your relationships, your partnership, your interactions, your whatever. So that's why there is that moment of togetherness, and then it's like, I gotta pull back kind of a thing. Money and finance, Jupiter and Venus, growth and accumulation of wealth. What can I say? I mean, Jupiter and Venus, come on. All your hard work is going to be going to bring in a lot of good things for you. Profitability, money, financial stability, Jupiter and Venus, man, say thanks, right? I mean, it's like you'll be able to see enough wealth and money. It's not just money come in like every month, your salary, but you're going to see enough funds and finances come in, your financial position, your ability to accumulate money, set aside something for legacies. All that kind of stuff is awesome. I'm so happy for you. Let's talk about health. Mars, Mercury, and Venus. There may be some small challenges in terms of your spouse's health. Few ailments, that sort of a thing. And if you don't take necessary precaution, you are going to also be stuck in a situation where you will have the same sort of a thing to deal with. So if, for example, it is something that's contagious, the flu, the pandemic, whatever you want to call that, be careful, take necessary precautions, right? If you need to keep some distance, whether it is your parents or your loved ones. Be very, very careful. Don't kind of say, I'll be fine, I got my shots, I got my boosters, I'll be fine. Don't do that, because you can get it. So please do distance yourself. If anybody in the family, your spouse or your parents or children or anybody has that bit of a testy time as far as their health is concerned. Students and education. Now we have Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus. This is a great month for you to pursue higher education. You will really be able to make a lot of progress as far as your education is concerned. Really paying attention, accumulation of knowledge. You're improving, expanding your knowledge base, expanding your interests, your ability to deliver on all the demands in terms of your putting in your theses or your papers or your studying for your examinations or tests. You're going to do great competitive examinations, whatever. You're going to be very, very successful. Family environment, you have Jupiter. Now I'm not talking about the health over here, but just family dynamics. With Jupiter, you're going to have a lot of really good understanding, good rapport with your family members. Okay, it's going to be very mature, very calm, very cool, very nice, very nice, kind of a harmonious environment with your family members for you, my beautiful Scorpios, for this month. I love it. That's just great. All right. Sagittarius. For you, for the month of June 2022, planet of influence is Jupiter. Jupiter is your overall planet. So let's take a look at the monthly overview. A lot of positive things for you this month. Career and business will see a lot of growth. Your trends are changing for the positive. You're going to be able to develop some new contacts, your networking, all that stuff, which is going to help you grow. As far as your love interest, kind of sort of average. However, I'm going to say it's going to be fine, but try to avoid arguments. Those of you who are married, that love matters, that is for those who are dating, that type of a thing. But for those who are married, you're going to have a better month. There could be some health issues for your spouse. There could be some miscommunication that could cause some stress. However, nothing that you can't overcome. Your finances are going to grow, but there will be some delays in terms of seeing those revenue streams come in. Some of you can have some seasonal allergies and weird stuff like that, and summer mosquito bites and weird things like that. Students, you will have to put in a little bit more effort to see the results that you want to see. All right, family environment is going to be pretty good as long as you don't get into any argumentative type of a situation. Career, now let's break it down. Career, Mercury and Venus. You will have some really, really awesome networking contacts, that sort of a thing. That is all going to help you in terms of improving your career, improving, bringing in new opportunities, developing new contacts, new opportunities because of those contacts, which is going to help you progress in your career. Mercury is a lot of career and business, and he is in your horoscope, right? Mercury is going to transit with Venus in the house of competition. So there will be some you may feel like there is a little bit of competition, but nothing that you can't handle. I mean, you'll be doing great. There are going to be some fairly good, you're going to be fine, I mean, bottom line. But here's the thing, I love this. As far as business is concerned, I feel like your contacts and your associations and your networking with people is actually really going to help you this month in terms of improving your business, bringing in new opportunities, which is really going to show you like really good gains and results and benefits and money and that sort of a thing. So networking is going to pay off. If you've been one of those people who is all about networking and maintaining contacts and all that, it's going to pay off. Love, marriage, and relationship. We have Mars, Mercury, and Venus. There's going to be some sort of a varied outcome with regards to those who are like just dating and that sort of a thing, as opposed to those who are in a committed relationship, such as married or living together. So there will be some moments where you're like, oh, lovey, huggy, kissy, and there'll be moments like, what? Huh? Get away from me type of thing. So Mars, the Lord of Love, would be transiting with Jupiter till the 27th of this month. So you will have some good times, good opportunities, feeling really nice. But there could be some moments where you're going to have some weird arguments with your loved one, which is going to kind of put a little bit of a strain in your relationship. But for those of you who are married, it's going to be good. But again, this health of spouse may create some challenges for you. So not so much your health, but the health of your spouse. Again, there could be some lack of communication, and that could cause some stress. And not because you're mad at each other as much as it is because you're are just not being transparent with each other, or for some reason hesitating to be very transparent. I'll tell you this though, Sagittarians never have a problem speaking their mind. So if you're just kind of hesitating, then don't hesitate, just say it. Because if you hesitate and therefore try to keep quiet about it and take on that passive aggressive type of a thing, no, just say it, call it for what it is. If you don't talk about it, it's going to create more troubles. But if you just talk about it, because you may be holding back because, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings. No, by saying, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings, is actually going to hurt their feelings. Miscommunication, non-communication. But if you just say it, they are going to be able to understand, acknowledge, deal with it, and that sort of a thing. So you'll be fine, right? Money and finance. We have Saturn, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. You have a great month. Great month. But Saturn, the Lord of Wealth, he's going to be well placed, and Jupiter is positioned in the house of possession. Mars will accompany Jupiter, and so therefore you're going to see some really good gains and profits as far as real estate is concerned. There is going to be a good inflow of gains and profits during this time. Yes. But a little bit, there could be some delays in terms of returns from investments that you have made. Not real estate. Real estate, you're going to see good stuff coming. But if you made any investments, there could be a little bit of a delay in returns of those investments. So therefore, that little bit of delay could put a little bit of pressure on your financial stability. But it's not that you're not going to see it. It's just kind of stalling a bit. It will come eventually. That is on investments, but any property kind of investments you've made, that's going to pay off. Now let's talk about health. We have Moon, Venus, and Mercury. Again, seasonal infections, be careful, allergies, that sort of a thing. You know, you could have some drama there, mosquito bite, insect bite, that sort of crazy stuff, which could cause some infections and that sort of thing. So little things like that could blow up. So try to be careful, be very, very careful in terms of eating healthy, and make sure you try to stay and eat home cooked food. I would say avoid eating outside. But I'll tell you, okay, when I say this, it's not that y'all don't have good personal hygiene, but Sagittarius this month, I feel like you really, really need to step up your personal hygiene. That's probably the reason is because, you know, of the way the seasons are. Let's say you go out and walk and hike and all that, and you come and you don't take a shower and go to bed. You don't know what bugs are on you and what pollen or that sort of a thing, right? I mean, I don't know how many people do that. I can't get into bed without having a shower. That's me. Have a shower in the morning, first thing in the morning, have a shower going to bed. That's the way I've been ever since I was a child. That's the way I was raised. And a lot of people would say, well, why you haven't gone out, you haven't done that. Yeah, but even, okay, this is my personal thing, so don't come at me like, you know, oh, I just went to the grocery store and I came back. I'll be like, oh my goodness, you don't know how many people have, like, you've gone out and you've come back. All those germs, the dust and this and that. For me, I'm very particular about that. It's like, shower in the morning, shower before going to bed. That's just me being me. But a lot of people do that, and a lot of people feel it's not necessary. A lot of people say, you know, I just take a shower when I go to bed. You know, at the end of the day, when I wake up in the morning, I just have a wash and I leave. I don't know, you know. Students and education, we have Mars, Sun, and Venus. This month, you're going to need to put in a lot of hard work. For those who are pursuing your education, be it higher education, maybe you're a full-time student, maybe you're just trying to get a degree or certifications. You have to be very, very dedicated and determined and put in a lot of effort this month. So the good thing is the sun, who is the lord of higher studies, is there to give you the effort, is there to help you if you put in the effort. Okay, so if you put in the effort, he's going to help you. Family environment, Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter. There is going to be some unnecessary drama with regards to unnecessary arguments and all this bullcrap, stress, just unnecessary stuff, just ding-dong stuff, you know, just exchange of words type of stuff, just people being argumentative and you being argumentative too. So control it, you'll be fine. If you let all that unnecessary bullcrap get out of control and you get argumentative and just like all at each other, then it's going to go out of control. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that, my beautiful Sagittarians. Now next we will go to our Capricorn, right? Capricorn for you for the month of June. Planet of influence is Saturn. So this month the universe is asking you to be very tactful and yet determined. So let's break it down. Career. We have Venus, Mars, and the Moon. Okay, those are the planets of influence as far as your career is concerned this month. You are going to see a lot of growth and you are going to be able to rise up as far as your career is concerned. Venus is a lot of career, and right now Venus is sitting in a pretty good position. So that's great. After the 18th of this month, it's going to move into the house of creativity. So this combination is going to help you a lot in terms of making you more giving you the ability to come up with more novel ideas, more creativity, bright ideas, that sort of a thing, which is really going to help you step up as far as your career is concerned. You're going to be very dedicated and hardworking this month. And as long as you are doing it, as long as you're dedicated and put in all the hard work, you will see the results that you should see, okay? But then again, I'm going to say, while you're doing all this, please know that your superiors are watching you. They are appreciating all of that, but they're also watching you. So be dedicated and be hardworking. And you're going to be in line for a promotion. So business owners will see new opportunities for growth and expansion as far as their business is concerned. They will be able to see some gains and benefits as well. But then again, I'm going to say, for business owners, you have to be very strategic in your business plans. Very strategic, okay? That's very important. Let's talk about love, marriage, and relationship. Planets of influence are Venus, Mercury, and the Moon. So it's going to be a pretty good month for those who are, you may feel very bonded. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of partnership. Married couples are going to be, it's almost like whether you've been married for just 2 months, 2 years, or 25 years, I feel like you're going to feel like you're bonded all over again, like you've stepped it up another level, which is great for you, which is absolutely fantastic. There's going to be a lot of feeling like, we're made for each other, a lot of like really emotional bonding. It's like I said, it doesn't matter whether you've been married for 2 months, 2 years, or 25 years. It's almost like you've stepped it up, which is great. And for those of you who are single and who are just in a relationship, like dating or whatever at the moment, you're also going to feel like you are emotionally on the same wavelength. You're really bonded. You're really great for each other, very happy with each other. This is a very deep relationship, and you may feel like it's very stable for you, that sort of a thing. Money and finance, we have Saturn and Venus. Okay, so there could be a little bit of delays in terms of realizing wealth or realizing accumulation of wealth. That's what I mean. So you could see some delays in that, like your income is all right, but accumulating wealth, like putting aside something, there could be a few delays over there, but don't flip out, okay? You will have, your earned income is going to come from multiple sources, so don't worry about that. You will have a little bit of delay in terms of realizing, or in terms of accumulation of wealth, right? So putting aside some money, long-term finances, that sort of a thing, your legacy, your retirement, your whatever, you'll be like, oh my God, I can't get to that as yet. Yeah, maybe a little delay, but you'll get there. Health, Sun and Mercury, you need to take a lot of rest this month. You really need to kind of dial it back. You have been working very hard, putting a lot of hours. There's a feeling of fatigue, being tired, not enough sleep. That could cause a lot of health issues. So you really need to tone it down. You really need to take a lot of effort. Then you go, well, if I'm being watched at work, I don't have time to take rest and whatever. Well, you know what? When you come home from work, if you go have your dinner and turn on the TV and just sit there watching the idiot box, that's not good for you. Just go to bed and lay down and fall asleep, right? Rather than spend 2 hours watching the idiot box, go to bed. You get 2 extra hours of sleep. Education, for those who are pursuing education or full-time students, you have Venus, Mercury, and the Sun. You are going to be very successful this month as far as your education or your studies or whatever you're doing. You're going to feel like, oh, I found a new way to figure this out, or a new way of learning or studying or accumulating knowledge and that sort of a thing. You're going to be very well planned in how you want to go about doing all of this, and overall you're going to do pretty good. You're going to plan, okay, rather than just go willy-nilly and not have a plan in terms of how are you going to study, in terms of what paper to give in. That's preparing for exams. If you're planned, you will be fine. Like have a schedule, right? Now, family environment, we have Saturn. There's going to be a little bit of challenges because of misunderstandings, miscommunications, strained relationships. Some people are a little bit more patient and more mature. Other people are not so patient and not so mature. Different levels of comprehension, ego clashes, maturity levels are not everybody's as mature as the other one. So that could cause a little bit of drama. Time and energy is fluid. Try to write it out, okay? So then I'm going to go to Aquarius. And this is for you, my beautiful Aquarians, for the month of June 2022. So we have the ruling planets for Aquarius are Saturn and Uranus. So we have good planning, little bit of being a little bit of an introvert this month. Health is not necessarily anything scary. Actually, let's break it down, okay? Let's do career. So career for you, planets of influence are Mars, Sun, Mercury, and Venus. So there's going to be a lot of changes and diversification for you this month. You will do pretty good in your workplace. You will have a lot of kudos from your seniors and your co-workers. You'll have good reputation. People look up to you. They appreciate your work. They see the value in you. They also see that you are a very dedicated employee, and you put in a lot of good energy, high energy, a lot of good hard work, and that's going to bring you a lot of rewards and promotions. You will see some promotions this month. Business owners will also see an increase as far as your profitability is concerned. If you all are doing any government contracts, you will see some good stuff come there. There's going to be some growth as far as your business is concerned. You're also going to be a little bit active as far as your business is concerned, busy, that sort of a thing. And also, I'll tell you what, in terms of your activity as far as your business is concerned, I wouldn't be surprised if you do, like, I don't know, sponsor a local team and activities like that, which is absolutely going to help you as far as your business is concerned. So, oh my God, I just got to catch a minute. So that is great, okay? Let's talk about love, marriage, and relationship. So for you, planets of influence are Mercury, Sun, Venus, and Saturn. There's going to be a little bit of stress. There's going to be a little bit of strain. For those of you who are married, you will have some good quality time with your spouse. For those of you who are single and just dating, I feel like you need to be a little bit more expressive as far as your communication is concerned. If you are more expressive and more transparent and easy to communicate your feelings, your relationship will be good. But if you're holding back and kind of being hiding your feelings and keeping quiet, then they're going to sense it. And they're going to get a little squirrely after that. They'll be like, okay, why is this person not talking? Why is this person not expressing himself or herself? And then they'll be like, oh, maybe he or she is not interested. Actually, you are interested. But see, non-communication, not communicating could cause them to be a little bit suspicious. And they may say, you know what, put on hold type of thing. So you don't want that, right? You want to be able to communicate. And also be clear about your communications. Don't hem and haw, and don't be passive aggressive, that type of thing. Be very clear. I'm not saying being clear is one thing, being aggressive is one thing, being passive aggressive is one thing, right? They're all different. So be very clear about your communications, right? Money and finance, planets of influence are Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury. There is growth and expansion. Like I said, as far as your career is concerned, growth and expansion. So if career and if you're an employed person, there's growth and expansion, promotions, etc. And you're as a business person, you're going to see some growth and expansion and all that stuff. Then clearly it's going to affect your finances. So you're going to be doing good. But I'll tell you one thing, stock market speculations, not a good time. Leave it alone. Real estate, good. Okay, so any money that has been stuck and you haven't been able to access it, it's going to come unstuck. Good for you. Health, we have Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter that are planets of influence. There could be minor infections, little small, minor, aggravating, annoying, irritating little boo-boos. So be careful. UTI infections, be careful. Students and for those who are pursuing education, planets of influence, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. This month, the universe is asking you to be very consistent in your efforts. Don't go up and down, up and down. Today you're studying, you're focused. Tomorrow, I don't feel like studying. Day after tomorrow, you'll be like, oh, fine, I'll get. No, this month you really need to be steady and consistent as far as your work is concerned, your education is concerned, whatever you're working on, whatever projects you're doing, whatever. You have to be very, very steady and very consistent. And also, if you have a problem, you should be able to express yourself freely and clearly to whoever you need to make it known, right? They will be able to help you. But if you don't explain it, if you don't communicate, then if you need an extended time, etc., and you're not able to clearly communicate with your professor, your lecturer, etc., your teacher, whoever, then they won't be able to provide you that little bit of an extension in terms of or leeway and saying, okay, fine, you can put in your project in a couple of days, I give you extra time, right? So if you need extra time, you have to make it known to them. Be very clear in asking and saying, hey, I need extra time. If you don't, then how will they know? Family environment, you have Jupiter, expansion and growth. Wow, some of you may find out you all are pregnant. Some of you may find out somebody in the family has had a baby. Some of you may find out somebody just got engaged. Some of you may make an announcement, I'm getting married, or, oh, FYI, we just got married. There's going to be an expansion. Jupiter expands. Jupiter does no moderation. So wherever Jupiter goes, it's always do big, 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 big. So if he's in the house of family, if you will, there's going to be expansion. You're going to have opportunities to grow your family and also opportunities to become closer as a family, right? And also to be able to extend support to your family members, and your family members are going to be extending more support to you. Overall, any which way you look at it, it's win, 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 baby, right? Then let's say, last but not least, we are going into Pisces. So my beautiful Pisces, what do we have for you for the month of June 2022? Your planets of influence, well, Jupiter, and I'm also going to say Neptune, but oh, okay, let's break it down straight away. Let's break it down. Career, because when I'm seeing the general trends, it could confuse you, so I'll break it down. Career, planets of influence are Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn. There's a lot of gains and prosperity for you as far as June 2022 is concerned. There's a lot of growth, a lot of gains. So Jupiter is in his own house, which is going to bring a lot of growth to your life. Saturn is in the house of foreign places and foreign lands. So that could bring you a lot of opportunities from overseas, a lot of growth opportunities from overseas. There's going to be a lot of benefit from authorities. So, if you are dealing with some authoritative entity, figure, institution, whatever, you're going to see a lot of goodness come out of that, a lot of benefits for you. Business owners are also going to see a lot of positive change and developments in as far as your business is concerned. You will be able to increase your communication. You will be able to do really good as far as networking is concerned. Your contacts, your networking, that sort of stuff is going to be good. If any of you all are thinking about starting a new marketing or sales strategy or advertising, it's going to be really good for you. Let's talk about love, marriage, and relationship. Planets of influence. You have Moon, Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus. This month, I'm going to say Pisces are not too given to harsh words, but this time I'm going to say be a little bit more calmer as far as your words are concerned, your interactions with your loved ones are concerned. Those who are married, it's going to be a fairly good month for you. A lot of harmony and love and peace, right? So for those of you who are married and also those who are single, the way the planets are positioned, you might have for those who are married, you might have a weird urge to develop a new relationship. So that could end up as a third-party situation, so be careful. But those who are single, you'll have to, and you will like, I don't want to date, I'm fine, I'm happy being single, I don't want to think about dating or being in a relationship for a while. This is fine. All of a sudden, you'll be like, oh, I want to be in a relationship. I want to start dating again. I want to pursue all of that out of nowhere, and you'll be surprised yourself. And then your friends will say, hey, Pisces, just a week ago you said you're happy being single. What happened? Well, I don't know, man. I feel like I want to get back in the dating game, that sort of a thing. There's going to be, for those of you who are dating or who are in a relationship, be it marriage, be it whatever, I'm going to say this month, there's a lot of good feeling, like your relationship with your partner is going to be nice, a lot of love, a lot of bonding, a lot of that sort of a feeling. As long as you avoid being harsh, as long as you tone down, whatever, for example, your wife or whoever, your partner, your spouse comes home with a different haircut or whatever, and you'll be like, oh my God, what is that ghastly thing you've done to yourself? That would cause a lot of problems, as opposed to, hey honey, oh yeah, that's interesting, I don't have to tell you how to phrase it, right? You know what I mean. So if you come right off the bat being very harsh and rude, you're going to piss people off, man, and you don't want to do that. For some of you, you're going to be traveling, a lot of romantic getaways. Ooh, lovey, lovey, huggy, huggy, kissy, kissy. So, and that's going to really, this little getaway kind of a thing is really going to be good for y'all. I like it. Money and finance, we have Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. So you will have multiple sources of income. Even if you didn't, there is a possibility this month you could have multiple sources of income, or various incomes from various sources. Mars is going to be well positioned with Jupiter, so that's going to be good. A lot of monetary gains. You'll be able to earn good money. You're going to be able to increase your wealth. Your overall financial stability is going to be good. You're going to be able to accumulate a lot of wealth. You're going to be able to accumulate new sources of income and develop newer sources of income as well during this period. Pisces, dang, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. Health, planets of influence are Venus, Sun, Saturn, and Mercury. You need to get a lot of rest this month, because I feel like your workload is taking a bit of a toll on you. So try to plan your activities and periods of rest, and whether it is go for a swim or meditate or walk or hike or just yoga or just massage or just get that extra hour of sleep, whatever it is, you need to make sure you are able to manage your time and put in a little bit more time into your rest, okay, part of your life, because if you don't, of course, it's going to cause more physical and mental stress, right? And also getting enough rest in your life and limiting your stress is going to improve your immunity, right? Because the more stressed you are, the more, if you have insufficient sleep and insufficient rest, your body is going to break down, right? So, and then you'll be prone to all kinds of whatever, allergies and this and that and what have you. So you need to get a lot of rest. Make an effort. Please make an effort. Okay, like I said, rather than after work going to the whatever bar or restaurant with your co-workers to have that drink, just say, hey, I need to go home, come home, and that extra hour fall asleep, or just chill at home. Okay, students and education, planets of influence, Moon, Mars, and Jupiter. A great thirst and a need for knowledge. Jupiter, again, he is really going to help you in terms of wanting to expand your knowledge, wanting to learn more, study more. You will find that you are all of a sudden very passionate about wanting to increase your knowledge, your education. I want to know this, I want to know that. There's also a possibility you might start delving into the esoteric aspects, you know, in terms of education, right? Which is fantastic. I love it. Family, planets of influence, Jupiter and Mars. There could be a little bit of a stress this month because of arguments, but really I wouldn't like worry too much about it. Like, you know, as long as you are like, oh, okay, all right, fine, I know you're upset, I'm sorry, honey, or whatever, or, you know, I'm sorry, I may have come across a little rough, I didn't mean to, or whatever. If you're able to kind of tone it down a little bit or manage it, then they are not going to hold on to that animosity or anger or whatever. The arguments will, they'll be quick to rise and quick to fall, because remember, Jupiter and Mars, right? So Jupiter makes it big, Mars is already like heightened whatever energy, right? So if you don't kind of immediately deal with it and kind of tone it down and kind of diffuse it, then it'll go really big because of Jupiter and Mars. So try to kind of diffuse it as soon as you possibly can. So that's all I have for you, my beautiful Pisces. Thank you so very much for watching this video, all of you. Please do leave your comments below and give me a thumbs up. Help me grow this channel. I would really appreciate it. And do hit the bell icon. For those of you who haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And for my subscribers, I do appreciate you. Thank you so very much, and namaskar.